Chad Jackson here with head men's basketball coach Jeff Burkhammer. It's senior day here at Alumni Arena for the men, and that means we talk about one person, Alex Carter.
A little bit different for us. We only have one senior this year. Alex Carter's been terrific. He's a terrific young guy, going to be very successful, has been terrific for us on the basketball court, led us throughout most of this season. I really think could be an all-conference player.
Today you host North Georgia, a team that they like to do one thing. They like to shoot the ball.
They're going to run and shoot it. We got to do a great job getting back defensively, making them shoot over top of us and giving them one look at it. And then we really want to try to push the ball back at them, make the game up and down.
Armstrong Atlantic, pretty much, I think at least, Coach, assured of an NCAA postseason bid. So talk a little bit about the upcoming Peach Belt Conference tournament. You're one of the top 4 seeds, but it's going to be a war.
Well, I hope you're right about the NCAA tournament. We definitely want to get back in that. The Peach Belt tournament is going to be wide open. It's been a crazy league all year. There's 4 teams that have kind of separated themselves, but then you add Augusta and Spartanburg in right behind those 4, and you've got a really tough tournament set up. And we'll probably end up having to play either Augusta or Spartanburg in a first-round game. So it's going to be a great tournament. It should be great basketball.
All right, good luck today, Coach. We'll be back with the tip-off. Armstrong Atlantic in North Georgia.
Chad Jackson with Eric Faulkner back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong Atlantic State getting set to face North Georgia here. And Eric, it's an important game probably for the Pirates because they want to get momentum back after the loss on Wednesday against USC Upstate and head into next week's tournament, knowing that they could possibly win 3 games and win at all. Absolutely, Chad. Obviously, anytime you go into the postseason, you want to go off into it with a win and momentum. And then the bigger picture, what's out there beyond the Peach Belt Conference tournament for Jeff Burkhammer's club. So today is, I guess, the kind of the preseason for the postseason, so to speak. The Pirates come in 20-6 overall and 14-5 in the Peach Belt. They know that Georgia College and Columbus State have shared the regular season title and will be in the top 2 seeds. It's up to the Pirates and Clayton State to see who's going to be number 3 and number 4 coming into as freshman Kevin Parker gets the start for the first time this season at point guard, just the second time. He started 1 previous game for the Pirates, averaging 2.1 points per game and 39 assists on the year. We'll see how Kevin Parker does against this North Georgia club that averages nearly 90 points a contest. They will start a couple of new players as well. Millsap, Joe Mitchell, the guard, Buzz Weehotke, forward along with Anthony Rowe, and then Mark Cross will be the center for the Saints. And Chris Walker, no relation. Armstrong a little differently. Armstrong Lake will start Torrey Harrison, Kevin Parker in the backcourt. Patrick Sanu and senior Alex Carter, the only senior for the Pirates here. As the forwards, and Brian Taylor will be in the center for Armstrong Atlantic. These 2 teams met back on January 21st. It was a 98-85 victory for the Pirates, season high in scoring for Armstrong Atlantic, but also a season high in points given up to the Saints. So defense the key here today for the Pirates against North Georgia. These starters being announced to the Armstrong Atlantic Alumni Arena crowd as North Georgia, as we told you in our first game, brought quite a few people to this contest. A good crowd blue uniforms with white numerals and black trim. Armstrong Atlantic, of course, in their home white uniforms with maroon numerals and black trim. That will be Rowe and Junior Brian Taylor to jump the opening tip here. As we are ready to go. Senior Day at Alumni Arena, the Pirates and the Saints. Rowe and Taylor ready to jump the tip. The ball is up, and the Pirates have it. With Kevin Parker, the freshman from Savannah, right at the point. Gets it out to Corey Harris. Harris gives it back to Parker. 20 on the shot clock. Parker to Taylor. Down low for Carter. Turnaround shot is up. No good. Rebound. North Georgia. Good look to open the game by Carter. Just couldn't get the turnaround shot to fall down. Then the pass was too far out of bounds. Looking for Strunk. Pirates inbound it. Parker is guarded by Zakira Millsap from Buford, Georgia. Buford, South Carolina. And an offensive foul call. Going to be on Brian Taylor. So a turnover. The Pirates catching the turnover by North Georgia. They run the trap and they get it ahead to Mitchell for North Georgia. Inside for Levi, for Truss, and immediately a foul on Brian Taylor within a minute. Or actually, first foul was on Carter. I'm surprised there because it really didn't look like Carter was playing on the other end of the floor. They called for the foul. They were just kind of leveraging against each other. Truss makes one of two, and it is a 1-point lead for North Georgia, 1-0. So fouls on a couple of the Pirates forwards, Taylor and Carter in first man of play. Harris with it. Gives it to Sanu out beyond the three-point line. Finally, they'll give it in to Carter. Off the shot, no good. Rebound. Get it out quickly. And running the floor and laying it in. That's exactly the kind of game it's going to be. The Pirates are going to have to get back on defense. They can't be lazy in transition. Now on to the gives it to Taylor. Not the best of starts here early for Armstrong Atlantic. A couple of quick fouls and a couple of possessions that have yielded 0 points. 3-0 North Georgia leads 18-17. They started slow on Monday against Georgia College. Trailed by 7 at halftime, but were able to come back in the second half. Down low, Truss, shot is up and he's fouled. And they're going to go inside against the Pirates and Brian Taylor here. Early and often, and that's probably going to bring Taylor out of the game. Put 2 fouls on Brian Taylor, not the recipe you're looking for early. One of your top point scorers in the foul trouble on up to 2 minutes in. Taylor with the rebound. Carter lost it in for Smith. Shoots and reset the shot clock. I know it doesn't take them long to get a shot off, but we want to give them at least a 35 to begin with. Coach Burkhammer not taking out Taylor here, so he's playing off 2 fouls early, and we'll see how this plays out for him. 3-pointer is up and it's a 7-2 lead for North Georgia. Taylor 4.3 points a game. But he was really one of the few Pirates to play well on Saturday. Shot is up, no good. Rebound road, it's not. 9-2. Pirates trailing. Shoots, misses, rebound. Leon, Pirates do not look good at all. There's a steal on a pass. Shot early on, 1 of 7 from the field for Armstrong Atlantic, only 2 points. Pirates are playing like a team where this game doesn't mean anything. I know it doesn't mean anything region-wise, but the Pirates could get the number 3 seed and finish third in the season standings. Legal free call on Fox. 7th first foul call on North Arkansas tonight. Armstrong Atlantic white out in the front line. Roberts, man, the Saints. Arthur. Getting the start. Armstrong Atlantic career. This is hard. Early in the season, Chad, Armstrong was protecting the ball in point guard position with Gaynor and Parker. But lately, that's been the case, and maybe Coach Wolfhammer trying to mix it up a little bit to see if they can, decrease the turnovers. Jamal Galloway and Will Payne check in for the Pirates. Galloway shooting over 43% from 3-point range, second in the conference, 11th in the country. So obviously, like to see him straight up 3-year-old get his conference going.
minutes, 13.2 left, 9-2 game.
Unfamiliar territory for either team. The Pirates usually shooting much better. Georgia usually at least with about 20 points by now. Sanu's first free throw is up and no good. Greg Dickinson into the game now for the Saints. And the Pirates just can't get anything going. Second free throw, that one is good. Will snap, guarded by
over there with the referees, and we speak his line a little bit.
David Lopez into the game now for the Pirates. They get it to Luber.
Got it. First half and gave the team a little spark.
The junior from Arizona.
Nice move down inside of the low post and opportunity here to cut the lead with a free throw.
It's good. Coming back in for the Saints. Football played extended minutes on Wednesday at Upstate. Was just 1 of 5 from the floor, but set a career high in rebounds.
Armstrong first down.
North Georgia will inbound it. Needs to come back. Long three is in and out. By Woodall. After the rebound.
Took it to the whole Strong there, and after a slow start, Armstrong could take the lead on this free throw.
Free throw is up and good.
North Georgia, very thin bench there. Armstrong already played 10 players already. He got maybe a factor down the stretch.
Masamba to Lopez. Pirates down one. Back down to Masamba. Gets it to Galloway, who hasn't taken a three for a shot yet. Lumhoff. A long three. And Masamba gets out to the rebound. And Will Payne. It's the long to Lumhoff.
This lineup, and it's not a lineup we've seen too often now before the same time, but just in the last few minutes, about double this average for the year. Came into the game averaging 2.1 a game and has early 4 points.
Kevin Parker back into the game for the Pirates. Andrew Bennett, an Englishman, into the game for North Georgia. You don't see too many English basketball players. No good. Lopez went down with a rebound. Pirates lead it by 3, 16-13, 9:22 left to go in the half. Left open for three.
And a little international battle underneath there. Lumhoff and Bennett. Lumhoff in the Netherlands and Bennett from England.
Mitchell back
that started off everything going North Georgia way. Armstrong can't line a basket and changes in the lineup, a little bit of defensive pressure. Armstrong really looking good here over the last several minutes.
8:41.5, Pirates with it, and a 6-point lead. Galloway looking inside, gives it off to Blumhoff. Blumhoff gives it off to Lopez. Free throw line, don't burn it. No good. Rebound. And Blumhoff.
To get up there and get that rebound and coming off the bench, maybe someone you didn't expect to give what he's giving right now, but he's made a lot of difference.
Free throw is good. All right, Jim Thomas's headline for him. It's been a Dutch treat so far for the Pirates. 20-13, Armstrong leading it. Alex Carter and Corey Harris back into the game. Replacing Lopez and Masamba to get a nice hand from the Armstrong crowd. The second free throw from Blumhoff is good. Blumhoff has 9 here in the first half. That's career highest. The Pirates lead it 3-1. Mitchell with it. He's trapped in the backcourt, gets to the head, and throws it out of bounds. The Pirates there. 8:04 left to go. Pirates have it in the second half. Back to Blumhoff. Over the corner. Galloway with it. Back out. Now Martin Blumhoff. Back out to Galloway. Shot is blocked. It goes right to Blumhoff. So there's the shot. Rebound. Goes down to North Georgia. And then he's through. Galloway for 3. No good. Rebound Blumhoff. And lays it up. All the way to the Pirates are watching the other end of the floor. And Blumhoff has his career high here in the first half. 23-14. Pirates with the lead. Down low. Ball sent and knocked out of bounds by Harris. Working against John Walker. Chad, all this is happening with obviously Brian Taylor picking up the foul on the bench and Nick Blumhoff coming into the game here and really playing well. So Blumhoff's going to get a break now as Sanu comes back.
well deserved.
Rebound out down bounds. Puts up the 3. It's no good. Rebound. Strikes the Mitchell. His shot is no good. Layup try is no good. Tip try no good. Carter to Carter. 3. No good. No foul. Now we got back the other way from 3. That's good. And the scoreless shot is over. Inside for Sanu. Sanu. Then bang, shoot, and a foul. That is the second foul on Trust. Now a quartet of Saints players with 2 fouls. Trust shoots Dickinson and sounds like a law firm. Sanu, first free throw is no good. Second free throw up and the overcompensating Trust. And now off the back iron. And the Saints come away with it. Mitchell will spot up for the 3. That's no good. Rebound Trust. And his shot is no good. Altered by Sanu. And then a foul called on the Pirates.
One thing Armstrong probably has to do, Chad, and those long three-pointers get better position underneath the basket, so it's limiting his second chances for North Georgia.
They still can lead on the rebounding battle, 18-11. And Trucks will have the 1-and-1 here. Good. They'll have one more. Trucks now tying. Second one's no good, and a rebounding over the back of Canoe. The shot is no good by Rowe. He gets it back. And then Mitchell will shoot from the baseline. That's no good. Another rebound for Northwood. Inside. But shot is the one. Inside. Carter back out. Callaway gives it back. Shot is up. And no good. Gets it to the rebound. No, Canoe gets it. That's Canoe. Great ball. Offensive foul. Didn't really see anything underneath the basket there, but a little bit of contact. They've been on that fairly tight underneath there, so that's one thing the players have got to adjust to. Fouls on both teams here in the first half. 5:03 left to go. Still intermission. Still leading by 7, 23-16. Down low. There's a shot blocked by Canoe again. Carter wants to bring it out himself. Gets it out to Parker. Back down to Corey Harris for three. No good. Rebound. But it goes right to Mitchell. Mitchell drives. Underhands it. Out to Millsap for three. Good. Pirates led it by 10, 23-13. But 6:01 here by the Saints, 23-19. And I hate to say it, Eric, but this would happen when Nick Blumo came out of the game. Yeah, obviously, it's been somewhat limited during the course of the year. I don't know how well he can go in a particular half, but it's quite really Armstrong Atlantic State back into this game, and then it's going to take the lead. So I think this game is going to show a lot of swings both ways, and both teams are pushing the tempo up and down the court. Corey Harris and Alex Carter combined overnight. Usually not yet. Upperclassmen have been more consistent in that all year long. And with Taylor on the bench, not even taking a shot from the floor, there's 3 out of 5 starters who have yet to score a point for Armstrong here tonight. Alex Carter, the senior, playing his last home game. Parker with it for the Pirates. Down low for Carter. His shot is up. Can't get it to go, but his own tip is no good. Rebound Canoe. Canoe out for the timeout to Callaway. Now he'll put up the three-pointer. No good. Rebound tip by the Thomas that goes right to Millsap, and he's fouled. Excuse me, Mitchell, and he's fouled. There are 6 fouls abound here tonight for both teams. It was called like that from the opening get-go, so we're probably going to see that. 9 players in the first half have 2 fouls for both teams. I know you're having a good night when you're Nick Blumoff and you're right there on the next seat over, but ready to go back in a moment later. Second free throw, no good. Canoe with the rebound. Pirates come away with it. Callaway 0 for 2 on his first three-pointer of the night. Here's Carter down low for the Thomas. And he's fouled, and he's going to shoot 2 free throws with 4:32 left in the half.
drawing the offensive foul.
Parker with it for the Pirates. Galloway. Lobs it into Masamba. Masamba spins, shoots, and by Masamba to lay it up and in. 27-24 before we go on the half. With it. Out the middle south. Behind now with it. Long three. Is it now? No good. Rebound still goes right back to Millsap. Then a three is a no good for Mitchell. And out of bounds. Pirates will have it. Parker, guarded by Millsap. 27. Very well here tonight. And Parker will put up the three-pointer. Back to a 10-point lead versus the 20. Mitchell with it. Over to Millsap. And ball deflected. Out of bounds. It will go. And stay with it. Timeout call by 3:11 to go in the half. Pirates. Dating back to 1971, Armstrong leading the series 6-5. So that meeting in January, the first meeting between these two teams since the 80s. Or excuse me, since the 80s. Since the days of Rubik's Cube and Ronald Reagan. 1984. Saints with it. Millsap guarded by Parker. They get it out to Mitchell on the curl. Fakes the three. Now gets it inside the Trust. Shot is up blocked a little bit partially by Blumenhoff, but the strength of Trust to put it up and in results in a basket at 30-22. Parker around the screen. Gets to the Blumenhoff. 4-3. No good. Rebound though. Saved by Galloway, but it went off the out of bounds line, so we'll go to the Saints. Try to nail that three. Galloway trying to fight off a North Georgian player, was unable to. Parker again guarded as an easy layup by Trust. So back-to-back layups by the junior from Winder, Georgia. And it's 30-24. Galloway will put up the three-pointer. It's going. Pirates going to use that in a big way as they get it back down to 9. And Galloway, they want to see him get heated up here. Not only for today, but going into the tournament. Get this first basket of the night. Likes to shoot the three. Now Mitchell back the other way for three. No good. Rebound Masamba. Takes away from Trust there. Looking flying in to get that rebound. 1:40 to go. Pirates lead it. Again by 9. Parker around the screen gives it to Carter. Carter is going to drive, jump step, lays it up, and an offensive foul ball. This is the second on Carter, because, everyone else has two. You think I'm exaggerating, folks. Every player that's drawn a foul now in this game has exactly 2 fouls. 6 for North Georgia, 6 for the Pirates. 1:30 to go. Pirates lead it by 9. I never exaggerate. Weehawk with it for the Saints, gives it off to Mitchell. Looking inside, now he has to dribble around the screen. Reverses direction, dribbles it, and an offensive foul call as he backed into Blumhoff. And that will give 3 to Mitchell. Dickinson back into the game. Pirates will inbound it. Parker. Guarded by Millsap. Gives it to Galloway. Now Samba with it. Back to Parker with 16 on the shot clock. Parker takes Carter and an illegal screen called on Blumhoff. Now Blumhoff has one. And the Saints will have it with 52 seconds left until halftime. After getting down early, all of a sudden Atlantic's been able to kind of sustain their lead here, Chad, and hopefully can go into the locker room. Millsap with it. Dribbles, directs traffic. Now gets the screen. Drives, kicks it off to Dickinson for 3. It's no good. Rebound out Carter. Shot clock off, so Pirates will be able to hold down from last shot with 20 seconds left. Stay tuned for halftime. We'll have our interview with head coach Roger Hodge of the women's basketball team. We'll also rerun our player profile feature of senior Alex Carter for you at halftime. Archer to Blumhoff. Blumhoff from 17, and it's no good. Rebound. Fox Smart for Samba. The fighting for it. Time will expire on the first half. Joined by head coach Roger Hodge. And Coach Hodge, your team came out with quite a bit of fire, a little bit of adrenaline. Got out to a pretty good lead on North Georgia, but their size and their experience just kind of brought them back. They're not the Peach Bowl Conference champions for nothing.
Well, and honestly, we just didn't make. You got to make shots to play with a good team like that, and they've certainly earned the right to be called regular season champions. And very impressive basketball team. Wish we could have played a little better and handled their zone a little bit better, but my hat's off to them.
On senior day, if you had to pick a bright spot for the Pirates, it would have had to been the freshman, Lacey Willis, there in the second half.
Thought she played great, and Lacey is learning. She is, when she wants to be, she's an explosive offensive player. She's only going to get better and better, and she kind of kept us in it today.
Talk a little bit about now the Peach Bowl Conference tournament. You will begin play on Thursday as the number 3 seed. We have the cheers behind us. Armstrong Atlantic will head into the tournament as the number 4 seed.
I believe that is going to be correct, Chad. We're tied with Pembroke right now, and Pembroke has a tiebreaker ahead of us for the number 3 seed. But it I guess ultimately will depend on what Francis Marion and Clayton did. I haven't heard a score there, but it looks as though we'll be the number 4 seed.
So you'll be in the bracket with Clayton State, heading into the tournament, and your first matchup will be against two of those teams. Probably, as you said, Pembroke, Francis Marion, Georgia College in that mix. You'll probably have to face one of those teams in the first round.
Probably so. And again, I'm not sure that there is a good draw no matter where you're at in the first round. And you got to beat Clayton sometime anyway. So, we're excited to play. We're excited with the run we've made at the end of the year. And hopefully we're peaking at the right time, even though we stumbled today.
Well, good luck in the tournament. We will talk to you next week from Greenwood, South Carolina, as the Pirates head into the Peach Belt Conference tournament. And now stay tuned. We'll have a player profile feature as the Pirates profile senior Alex Carter.
If you want to keep up with senior Alex Carter, be prepared to run all over the court.
He's a great offensive rebounder, a terrific defender. He's scored for us.
He's all around. He takes it inside out. He shoots. He posts up. He's very strong. He can rebound. And he's just a tremendous beast out there.
As a result of his all-around playing, Alex ranks amongst the team leaders in rebounding and three-point shooting.
Let's get down here and play our basketball. If you got any questions? Let's go work.
I like to compete. I feel like when you get everybody like on the same page, everybody competing, then you'll be successful. So that's why I like the game of basketball.
Alex Carter Jr. was born March 15, 1984, and he grew up in Miami, Florida. His father, Alex Carter Sr., played professional football in the Canadian League. He credits his father with being a major role model.
When I was growing up watching him, that made me want to play football. So I played Part 1, and that's all I played, football. And so I got like in middle school, and I started had an interest in playing basketball.
His mother, Marcella DeWitt, and grandmother, Evelyn Thomas, were also strong influences in his life. As a result, he is a devout Christian, spending much of his time in prayer and meditation.
You never see Alex outside the room. He always sticks into his room.
He's very religious. He reads his Bible. I see him going to church on Sundays night when we're here.
He's quiet, doesn't say a whole lot unless he needs to say something.
He's a very quiet type of guy.
Everybody thinks he's quiet, but behind the scenes, he's just loud. And living with Alex is just hilarious. He's just always joking all the time.
His favorite pastime is video games. Even when he's off the court, he's on the court.
Well, he had a good look at the basket, just couldn't get it to go down.
He plays PlayStation 2 a lot, and his favorite game is NBA Live. And if the ref make a bad call, you just hear him like holler, like just a high-pitched scream, like no! Yeah, he scared me all. One night I was asleep, and he was playing the game, and I think I was having like a scared dream myself, and I just hear no, and I just jump up. I ran out of the room, and it's Alex, and they're playing the game. No!
Let's go into the fantasy zone, with Alex Carter. Name your all-time NBA starting five.
I say John Stockton at the point guard. I'll put Michael Jordan at the 2 guard. For the 3 guard, I'll probably just say LeBron. And the power forward I say Tim Duncan. And my center, I have Shaq.
To test his devotion to his coach, we asked Alex the following question. If you had enough time to save either President Bush or Coach Berkhammer from a burning building, who would you save?
Man, I say Coach B, Coach Berkhammer. I say Coach B. And the reason why I say Coach B because I got a relationship with Coach B. I know him well. I know if Bush go down, I know the vice president take over.
What if you had to choose between Coach Berkhammer and Halle Berry?
I say
Did he say Halle Berry? I think you say Halle Berry.
Nah, I say Coach B. I say Coach B. just because I know him, you know, and for the fact that he gave me the opportunity to come here to play at Armstrong. I say Coach G.
He's a guy we're surely going to miss, but a guy that I love having around.
When the game's on the line, we look to Alex. He's the only senior.
I mean, he's always there. Now, I know I can always count on Alex when he comes down the stretch.
With great court skills in the game world and in the real world, basketball for Alex Carter is snap. For Armstrong Player Profiles, I'm Matt Franklin.
Anderson back with you, Eric Faulkner, here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong Atlantic leads it 33-24, probably not the type of game you would have expected given these two teams' penchant for scoring, but North Georgia playing shorthanded and the Pirates not getting much production from a few of their starters. Didn't matter to Nick Blumhoff. He came off the bench for the Pirates and really gave Armstrong Atlantic a spark. 11 points to lead all scorers. 4 of 9 shooting from the floor. 1 of 3 from three-point range and 2 free throws for his career-high 11 points in just 10 minutes of action. Armstrong Atlantic also got 6 points from Patrick Sanu on 2 of 4 shooting from the floor and 2 of 5 free throws. As a team, Armstrong shooting 35%, 11 of 31, and 4 of 11 from three-point range, 7 of 10 from the free throw line. For North Georgia, 9 points from their starting center, Mark Truss, to go at 8 rebounds, nearly a double-double in the first half of play. He leads the Saints in both categories. 9 of 28 are the Saints on the floor. That's 32%, just 2 of 11 from three-point range. That's 18.2%, and 4 of 9 from the free throw line. That's 44%. They have out-rebounded the Pirates here tonight, 26 of 19, but they have also committed more turnovers, 14 for the Saints compared to just 8 for the Pirates.
That's definitely been, I think, a big difference in why Armstrong has the lead right now, 33-24. Chad is turnovers and also steals from the defensive end. Armstrong with 6 steals. So even though a little bit slow shooting night for both teams, as the game went on in the first half, Armstrong kind of got the momentum going that way, and hopefully that can continue here in the second half.
Armstrong Atlantic looking to head into the conference tournament with some momentum here as they will head into next week's league championship at Greenwood, South Carolina. The Pirates will begin play on Friday. The women will begin play on Thursday. First round games for both the men and the women will take place on Wednesday, but the Pirates have a bye with both clubs.
You got to consider the way the season is unfolding in the Peach Belt. Armstrong Atlantic could be one of those teams that definitely has an opportunity to win the championship. There's a handful of others. At tournament time, you never count anyone out also.
Armstrong Atlantic has never won the Peach Belt Conference Tournament. They've been to the final game 3 times. Armstrong Atlantic's women have won the tournament once and have been to the final game another time. As we get set ready for action here in the second half, Armstrong Atlantic and North Georgia, it will be, as they check, I believe it will be North Georgia ball to begin the second half here, with the Pirates leading it by 9.
We get ready to begin the second half of play, and North Georgia will inbounds the ball right in front of us and play it into the backcourt. Clock rate getting started and not being adjusted.
The shot clock operator and the game clock operator now on the same page there. But
haven't gotten the shot clock straightened out.
There we go. 3 seconds off on both, and now we have another conference. And finally, Rowe will inbound it to Millsap. Millsap, Rowe, Weehunt, Truss, and Mitchell on the floor, and an offensive foul called as Kane draws the charge on Millsap. That's his 3rd foul.
Kane getting his feet set and drawing the foul. So this half started off just like the last one with a foul call.
So head coach Jeff Berghammer is trying to go with a little more experience here at the beginning of the second half as Kane starts the half instead of Kevin Parker, the freshman. Ryan Taylor with the basketball. He sat for about 17 minutes in the first half. Shot is up by Alex. Very good. And the Pirates scored the first 2 points of the second half.
That's Carter and Maria's first basket of the game. So
Mitchell loses the handle. The Pirates get a steal. Carter to Kane. To back to Carter, and off offensive foul back the other way. Credit Weehunt for drawing the charge there.
A little bit out of control coming down the center of the court there, and good job Weehunt getting this addition there.
Kane trying a little no-look pass there, but Carter wasn't really in a good position to receive it without making contact. Millsap directs traffic for the Saints. Inside, and a foul call on Taylor. Taylor has now played 5 minutes and drawn 3 fouls. And they're going right at Taylor. And you can tell that is has been a focus of North Georgia's offense here tonight. They want to take Taylor out of this game.
And they have effectively done that. Obviously, clear foul trouble, so Taylor picking up 56 seconds into the second half.
Free throw is up and good by Truss. He has 10. He's the first Saints player in double figures. Second free throw good as well. 35-26 Pirates lead. A minute in here in the second half. Kane with it. Guarded by Millsap. Gets it inside to Taylor. Back out to Harris. Harris. Free throw line. Gives it to Kane. Now inside to Taylor. Taylor spins. Hangs, shoots. Spinning around, Truss and getting a layup for his first points of the night. It's 37-26. And he opens up so many other options for the Pirates if he can get going on the offensive end. Millsap to Mitchell. Inside, ball to Pointed. Pirates get steal. Big hands there by Nolly Masamba, who started the second half for Armstrong. And then a ball kicks by Millsap that will stay with Armstrong.
Probably if you would ask before the game, Ryan Taylor and
Alex Carter.
Carter combined for 4 points, and we'd be up 37-26.
Kane inside to Masamba now. Masamba kicks it out to Carter. Carter, shot is up in the lane. Good. Carter's starting to get a little more penetration now on the offensive side as they've gotten back-to-back inside baskets in the paint. And it's 39-26. Millsap, a little 3-2 zone here by the Pirates. Almost a 1-2-2. And the three-pointer is no good by Millsap, but the rebound and the putback by Lowe is good. 39-28. Kane to Masamba, out to Harris. Inside for Taylor, spins, shoots, hits.
Taylor playing with 3 fouls, though, is being productive.
41-28, Pirates lead it. 17 to go. Millsap to Mitchell. Now Millsap, now to Weehunt. On the shot clock. Mitchell for a long 3, no good. Rebound will just go out of bounds to the Pirates. Long move by Masamba there just to watch it go out of bounds. No need to chase after it. None of the North Georgia players were in rebounding position there. Pirates with it. Will Kane brings it up against Millsap. Gives it to Harris. Now Harris is going to drive, spin, shoot, and hit. This is what you expected, really, in the outset of the contest. Kane tried to draw a charge on Millsap, but they weren't going to give it to him that time. Millsap with it between the circles. And now he'll step up and put up the three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Taylor.
Outside of Chuck, North Georgia, we're not trying anyone else. Scoring stop in the middle and his reception.
And a timeout call by Masamba falling out of bounds. And it will stay with the Pirates after the 30-second timeout.
That was one of the questions that we had. You know, you lose your two-leading goal, I almost said goal scorers. Being a soccer coach, but if you lose your two-leading scorers, who's going to pick up that slack? And if you look at the statistics right now, less than 11, and we have with 5. But you look at the Armstrong, a little bit more balanced. Oh, a lot of high scores, but a lot of people sitting here with 2 points.
It was a scoreless first half for Alex Carter, Ryan Taylor, and Corey Harris. But now all three have gotten baskets here in the second half. And every player who's played for the Pirates now has scored at least 2 points.
For Coach Cook, I like the fact that they're able to get the ball inside in the second half, too. These are big guys, and they're putting the ball in the basket, so hopefully we can continue to bang it inside, and maybe pick up the foul line, too.
Inside, the Samba goes up, misses the shot, rebound to Trump, and they get ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell is going to block it for the dunk. As North Georgia gets back in transition, puts up the easy 2. Harris around the screen, free throw line, now will drive, lay it up, score. Now Trump off his feet, and that created the lane for Harris to drive in and lay it up. And it's 45-30, Pirates leading it. Mitchell, 4-3, high archer, no good. Rebound, Brian Taylor. Gives it off to Kane. To Taylor, back to Kane with inside. Taylor, give and go. Now he's double teamed. He has to kick it back out. And then it goes through Kane's hands, right into Mitchell's hands. 3-on-2 break. Mitchell takes it on to Wehan. Wide open for 3. It's good. By head coach Chris Faulkner of North Georgia. And you could just see that coming when they came down the floor. That team that averages 88 points a game knows how to run the floor and score in transition. And we got a good open look there from the 3. They're going to knock down those shots, y'all. Armstrong defensively has to do their job. He's been in just 2 games, but the Fire getting the crowd fired up here. You know, the Peachball Conference Championship's also a competition there for the Armstrong cheerleaders. They'll go to a competition. They do award a conference championship for cheerleaders. Well, they're going to bring the Fire in there. That's what I want to know. They need to. Armstrong will have the basketball. 12-point lead, 45-33. Snap, the Pirates led at halftime, 33-24. They were undefeated this season when they led at halftime. Kane with it for the Pirates. Brings it up, gives it off to Harris. Back to Kane. Now Kane in outside to Carter. They lob him for the out-of-bounds play. The alley-oop play, I should say. Corey Harris, we've seen that play in the Pirates playbook this season. Worked to perfection there. The junior exploded the basket. They ran it effectively, or successfully, I should say, against Augusta. They ran it against Carson Newman in the season opener. And down low Mitchell for 3. That's good. And back-to-back 3-pointers by the Saints. It's 47-36.
A team has a lot of scores, and it seems like no lead is safe with them. It's supposed to be they can score a lot of points.
Kane with it. Back to Harris. Back to Kane. Back to Harris. Again around the corner. Finally baseline from the Samba. He's going to drive. Underhanded to Kane. He'll step up. Inside for Taylor. Can't knock it. Low there, but no call. As Taylor, now we know why he usually lays it in.
I kind of saw him just going up, trying to losing the handle of the ball as he went to try to dunk it. Might have been a better choice to lay it in, but
Phillip lobs it into Trust as it blocked by Taylor, and Taylor gets the rebound. Taylor is the third in the league in block shots. Gets his first block of the game there. Carter with it. Over to Kane. Kane, underhanded to Taylor. Layup, no good, but there's the ball in the foul. Pick it up and put it back in. 12:36 to go. Pirates lead it 49-36. Millsaps to Mitchell. Back to Weehunt. He'll take the wide open three. That's no good. Rebound. Taylor, and they're going to call a foul on Taylor rebounding. And that's going to be his fourth. Patrick Sanu up off the bench is going to come back in. You hate to see the fourth foul there on a foul on a rebound. It looked like he had good position.
they picked up his third early on. Coach Brooklyn kept him in the game, and hey, I gave him a pay off because he's been very productive.
They inbounded to Weehunt. Millsap to Truss. This pass to Rowe. Rowe backs in. Rowe gets it back. His shot is no good. Harris gets the rebound. And Carter with it now for the Pirates. Down low for Sanu. Sanu's going to try. Jumps out. Shot is up. No good. Rebound Truss. He's got double double. Baseball pass in to Weehunt. 17-footer. No good. Rebound Truss. I guess Weehunt's range is some three-point range because he was wide open for that mid-range jumper, but couldn't get it. Pirates with the basketball. Kane. To Masamba in the corner for Carter for three, and he's fouled. So Alex Carter will go to the line for three free throws. Both Carter and Jamal Galloway have gotten their share of fouls on three-point attempts because they're off balance when they put up that shot. Any sort of contact is going to trigger the referee's vision.
Obviously, Armstrong wants good trips down the court with the lead right now.
First free throw in and out, no good.
William Kane kind of settling it down earlier. They're looking to push the ball off the court, and Kane said, let's slow it down. We're up 49-30.
Second free throw is no good for Carter. Dickinson checks back in. Carter led the team in free throw shooting last year. He was among the league leaders in that category.
Like to see your after Deering Award winner his free throws.
Galloway will come off the bench and play Corey Harris. To 36, the Pirates run their full court pressure here, forcing North Georgia to bring it up slowly. Millsap directs traffic, gives it inside for Truss. Shot is up, no good, but he's fouled, and he's going to shoot two.
Good battle below between the two big men, and
his first one is good. From Winder, Georgia, Jackson County High School product. Makes them up. There's Jackson County.
I'm not sure. To be honest with you,
Northern part of the state.
that's probably a good guess.
I know there's a Jackson County of Florida.
Out of the Mariana area.
The best part of trivia I can give you about Jackson County, Florida is there are areas of Jackson County that have no chili. Masamba, top of the key. Back to Kane. Now he'll put up a three-pointer. It's and a timeout called by North Georgia. Will Kane with back-to-back three-pointers. The Pirates lead at 56-38. Getting ready to inbounds the ball in neutral. Basketball 56-38 Armstrong lead with 10:03 left. So Will Kane, whenever the teams have laid off of him, he's been able to really make them alter their defense. He doesn't score much, but when he puts up the shot, you know more often than not it's going down. Pirates on defense, and North Georgia has some basketball. Ready for tomorrow, as these two teams are in action in baseball tomorrow for a near doubleheader out at Fire Field. Weehawk with it. Gets it down low for Trump. Shot is up. Tough move. No good on the shot. Will Kane comes up with a rebound. Back to Blumhoff. 4-3. No good. Rebound. Lowe has it tipped and it goes to Millsap. Crossover move. Gets it off to Dickinson, excuse me. 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Pirates lead it by 18. Millsap to Lowe. Now Lowe tries. Shot is up, no good off the left. Pirates get the rebound. Gets instructions from head coach Jeff Barkhammer. Moves it to Carter. Now Galloway with it. Thinks about the three. Passes it up. Gives it to Masamba. Now Blumhoff out around the perimeter. To Carter. Now to Kingstown, the shot clock. No reason to hurry. Plenty of time left. Masamba layup is no good. Rebound tip. And Galloway and Weehunt tie up. Weehunt takes away from him. 8 minutes to go. Millsap now to Wilkinson for three. No good. Excuse me, Dickinson. Dickinson, smart move, throws it off of Carter. Will stay with the Saints. So far, Coach Brookhammer has to be happy with the intensity of this team coming into this game. Last one I said, we were talking about Mark Fisher and the conference championship in 48 hours. That will change. So, this game has something, obviously, the team doesn't. Jimmy Manning will check in for Pirates for his first action here today. They lob it over to Schumann. And it's 56-40. Kane to Galloway. Now Galloway to Blumhoff. Out to Kane. Drives, kicks it off to Fanning, out to Blumhoff. Blumhoff's going to drive. Reverse layup. Blumhoff with a reverse layup. And it's 58-40. Dickinson. To Weehunt. Now Mitchell with it. 7 on the shot clock. Mitchell. Runs it over. Goes right through. And Paul Galloway the other way. Cards finally get a transition bucket. Weehunt has it taken away by Blumhoff, but they're going to call a foul on Blumhoff. Foul in Weehunt.
Some substitutions coming in here for Armstrong Atlantic because William Kane looks like he's going to get a rest.
6:37 to go on the half. 60-40. Pirates lead. One more, he'll be in double figures tonight. Lopez, Parker check in. Carter and Kane check out. Is good, and he's got 10. Pirates is just one player in double figures, and that's Blumhoff with 13. Parker gets into Fanning. Over to Lopez. Back out to Parker. So 1 roll clock with 20 on the shot clock. And not sure what the stoppage is for here. Perhaps the Pirates got a little too much clock to burn there.
Now the clock is along with the game clock.
Yeah, it says 63.6 seconds instead of 6:36. Parker inbounds it to Galloway. Now Fanning out on the wing, back to Blumhoff, over to Lopez. Inside for Fanning. Fanning is fouled, and it will be a foul on the floor. Shoots his third. And up immediately off the bench. Truss comes back in after a very brief rest. Parker inbounds it to Fanning on the lob play. Fanning shot off the glass is no good, but Parker gets the rebound. His shot is no good. Finally, Shoots comes away with it. Back the other way. Foul is up. Foul call on the Pirates. Kevin Parker stares in disbelief as he whistled for the foul call there. It was a lot of action in the paint, but there were more white shirts than blue shirts. There's always bodies around the ball. Whoever gets called for the foul always thinks it's somebody else. I'm like, how could you see me in that crowd? Free throws missed, and Lopez tips it and keeps it alive. Fanning gets the rebound. Diagonal pass to Galloway. Over to Lopez. Three-pointer is up, and no good. And it goes back over the backboard. A dead ball rebound to the Saints. You know, the officials, they got to call on somebody. But it's always something awful if someone's fifth and a lot of people are playing. That's right. They always got the hands up in that case. Mitchell guarded by Clark. Weehunt will take the long distance three. No good long rebound to Mitchell, though. Inside pass to Truss, and Truss is fouled. Truss goes to the line where he's made a pretty good living so far. A 7 of 10 from the line tonight. Up and good. He's got 14 points to lead all scorers. good. Rebound, Blumenhoff. 5:25 to go in the contest. Pirates with the ball and the lead, 60-43. Galloway to Lopez. Over to Galloway. He'll go in for the layup. No, he'll take the jumper. It's no good. But the tip is good. Blumenhoff got the tip in, but they're going to wave it off as he went over the back on the foul. That would have given Blumenhoff the career high in rebounds too. But as it is, it's going to send Trust back to the line to shoot the one and one, as that's the 7th team foul on the Pirates. Pirates get a lot of production from different players, chipping in here and there. It's encouraging because you never know when you get it right, you may not have their best game. The free throw is missed. Lopez gets the rebound. Now Fanning has it for Pirates. Out to Parker. Back to Blumenhoff for a long three. That's no good. Rebound to Fanning. Fanning puts it on the floor late. Jimmy Fanning gets his first point tonight. Back the other way. Three-pointer is no good for Davidson. Fanning gets the rebound. The ball out of bounds with 4:24 left to go in the ball game. Pirates up by 19, and really it hasn't been in doubt here for the last about 15 minutes. Once the Pirates came out and got those quick early baskets with their starters, Torrey Harris, Brian Taylor, Alex Carter, they got that lead up to about 16. That's where it's kind of space at the second half. Just get the ball inside a little bit. Let's open up the outside shot. Parker gets pressure, gives it to Blumenhoff. Looking inside, now has to get it out to Galloway. Inside, Fanning now. Fanning spins, shoots, and they've done it on the basket. They've waved it off. And Fanning commits the offensive foul and a timeout called by head coach Jeff Horkhammer, giving a look to Conference Commissioner Martin Vanover in the stands after that call. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with him. You're listening to Pirate Basketball. Regular season for Armstrong Atlantic, comfortably ahead by 19, 62-43. And remember, this North Georgia team averages 88 points a game, admittedly without the two leading scorers tonight. Saints with basketball. Millsap to Rowe. Ball's deflected, and Parker gets the steal. And it loses the handle, but he gets it.
bringing the ball to court. Several North Georgia players collapsing on him. Baseball games we played, Chad, and
North Georgia and Armstrong Atlantic open up Peach Belt Conference play at noon over on Power Field. We'll, weather permitting, have those webcasts for you. The rain's supposed to move out tomorrow morning, but again, with the weather man, you never really know. The JU Best Western Invitational in Jacksonville, Jacksonville University, and Indiana Fort Wayne. They lost a tough one today to Southern Miss, but that was the end of school play or round robin play. They're actually playing Southern Miss right now for the championship of the tournament.
So getting busy as we head to tournament time in basketball and our spring sports in full swing here in the spring semester.
Pirates will inbound it. Galloway will get it into Lopez, who lays it up and draws the foul, but he will go on for two. And a little out-of-bounds play to get Lopez free with a clear lane to the basket. Lopez with 3 points tonight on a three-pointer. His first trip to the line and his first free throw is good. Alex Carter will come back in. As Lopez's second free throw is good. And senior Carter will get to play the last 3 minutes and 29 seconds on this floor for the Pirates. He has played 2 years since transferring from Miami-Dade College. And after the game, the Pirates will have a little highlight package to show to the Armstrong crowd. Highlighting his career here. Three-pointer by Mitchell, no good. Rebound Lopez. Gives it off to Parker. As the Pirates now lead up by 21. Lopez back to Blumhoff for three. It's good. And it's 67-43. Blumhoff with 16 to lead all scorers. Off the glass, no good for Millsap. Pirates with the rebound. Parker to Fanning. Fanning, 17-footer, no good. Rebound. Fought for. Lopez gets it. Underhand to Blumhoff, who will finish. And the Pirates will get subs in the game as Parker Hayden and Jesse Eddy will come in for Armstrong. Replacing Parker and Lopez.
What happened is the next Blumhoff, Chad. It's hot early, got a little cold, and it's got hot again.
2:27 to go. Eddy. There's a shot out and a foul called, and that's Bennett, the Englishman. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Bennett getting his first trip to the line. No good, he's a lefty. Second free throw by Bennett. No good, rebound six. Carter gets it for the Pirates. Eddy now running the point for Armstrong for our final 2:15 here. Eddy guarded by Millsap. They get around the corner. He'll put up a three-pointer. It's in and out, no good. Rebound tipped. Saved by Bennett out of bounds. Carter inbound it for the Pirates. 2:01 to go. They lob it out to Blumhoff. Down low for Carter. Reverse layup is good.
Nice pass to find him. Things clicking all cylinders for Pirates this afternoon.
Foul called on Eddy. Working against Millsap. Sends him to the line to shoot two. And David Lopez will check back in. Kobe Shaw and Caleb Osborne, a pair of freshmen from Georgia, will check in. Caleb from Clarksville, Georgia, and Kobe from Jasper, Georgia. 1:30 to go. Pirates lead at 71-44. Eddie out to Hayden. Steps in from 17, has his shot blocked. Rebound. As Weehunt can't take the basket. We're not too happy about that one. Buzz Weehunt to go to the line. Weehunt with 10 points in. First free throw is good. Good. 71-45, and Dickinson will check back in for the Saints replacing Weehunt. 1:19 to go. Eddie with the basketball. They're going to trap him. They get it to Fanning. Now Fanning brings it across the front line. Back to Eddie. And an offensive foul call on Eddie. 1:08 to go. Saints with the basketball. Throwing it. Shaw with it. Tipped by. Technical foul on Saints for Floyd. Another elbow there. I'm not sure exactly who this technical is called on, John. I'm pretty sure it's on Shaw. There's your elbow. There's technical free throws there. They're not going to call. They're just going to not call a technical. They're just going to call a personal foul. Eddie with the basketball. The three was good by Eddie Call after the whistle by the official as they sorted out on the official scores table. Block issues, I think, or not certain what happened after the two elbows, I think. So with 57 seconds left, Armstrong Atlantic will win this one 71-45, ending North Georgia's season at 14-12. Tennis Mayor Peace Cup in the inaugural year in the Peace Cup Conference, not eligible to move on to the conference tournament play during transition period to the NDI in Division 2. Making sure that we definitely know that he was playing his game.
improved to 15-5 in the Peach Belt and 21-6 overall.
21 wins is tied for the second most in school history behind a couple of 25 years.
Yeah, they're still dangerous because they shoot the ball well. They're real offensive-minded. They're going to drive the ball at you. I thought the second half we did a pretty good job defensively of making them miss and then not giving as many second shots.
It's been a theme all year long. A new player steps up every night. This time it was Nick Wilhelm.
Well, Nick played super. They were hedging all the screens. We knew he could step back and get some looks. And unfortunately, he made some good shots for us.
How big was it to come back here with a win after Wednesday against Upstate and get some momentum going into the Peach Belt tournament?
Well, that's something we talked about. We wanted to come back and have a good game, come back in battle, and get ready to play in the conference tournament. We know that's going to be a challenge for us.
All right. Congratulations on the win, the 21-win season. And I'll hand my phone over to you for proceeding. Excellent. Appreciate it.